Whenever my wife goes away for work, you may have seen the kind of work she does. I keep counting the days till she gets back. Yes, we do video calls, but nothing beats being in the same space with your person. Once she comes back, the first thing I do is to give her a very long, warm hug and kiss. While she freshens up, I'll prepare swallow, which she will eat with her favorite bitter leaf soup. Only God knows how my wife survives offshore without eating swallow for 6 good weeks. So the first meal she wants to eat when she comes back is swallow.
6 weeks worth of swallow. I'm going to eat it today. This mountain.
You want to commit suicide?
I'm bright to now.
The next thing my wife would like to do is to lie down and have a good rest. And that's exactly what we will do. After she has rested, I'll give her a relaxing massage. I'll take her to the spa the next day for them to give her a professional massage, deserving of my darling wife. For the next few days, I let her put her feet up to get a more deserved rest because remember, she has worked tirelessly for 6 weeks and all she needs is rest with some tender and passionate massaging and touches. I'll put her in a very good mood.
Oh, la.
Water go.
Water go what? And I was waiting for my divorce letter.
Divorce letter? For what?
Is that news to you? Which kind for what? Have you not heard about you haven't heard about it before? Men that issue ultimatums to their wives.
Oh, wow.
Hello, my people. I am back home. I am back home to my darling husband. Yeah. That's all I need when I come back.
My audio number.
That's all I need when I come back.
The best woman in the world. In the whole wide world.
Once you let me rest, put my feet up. Because depending on where I worked in, I may have worked in a different time zone. I may be suffering from jet lag. I may be suffering from difference in time zone and all that. Yeah. I may be suffering from, probably I did night shift, even if I worked in Norway, which is the same time zone. So I need to flip completely. So there's a lot of adjustment to do.
It's very
when I come back.
You deserve a very
So I don't want to be hearing, Mommy, what are we going to eat for dinner? So, my darling husband, who has been holding forth on the home front.
On the home front. Doing the husband and wife chores. Except the other room duty.
You can't do it alone now. And going to work as well. This man is a very strong man. That's what it takes to be a man. And not be today something, no. This started even when our children, now the children are grown. They don't need anybody to...
somehow independent.
That's why when I hear that some people tell their wives, you have to stay home to take care of the children. If one parent...
I keep wondering, in this, how do they call it? Tinubu era.
Not just Tinubu, what about all over
the world? All over worldwide recession. How can somebody tell your wife not to work? Especially people living abroad, it's very difficult for somebody, a single income parent now, or only a parent, to sustain the family with the way things are.
That's what baffles me the most. These men that tell their wives not to work, is it that they want to suffer alone, taking care of it, especially the one where the wife is earning good money?
Yeah.
I understand a situation where the man says, this is your job, you can't even pay for your transportation or something like that. You're suffering too much. It's something to be discussed, not something to be given an ultimatum on. You discuss it like that. This is your job. Before the end of the month, I'll still dip my hands into my pocket and give you money to pay for transport and have your lunch at the office or something like that. So is it not better that you relax Maybe we have children. After having children, then you can find another job. This is something to be discussed, not something to be issued ultimatums about.
No.
Okay, assuming your wife is earning good money, does it mean that the man does not want money? Because for me, if a man tells me to leave my well-paying job to sit at home, first of all, I'll think, does this man want to kill himself? Because how would you prefer to sort out financial issues alone when you can have a double income household?
Both of you are just in partnership for the progress and growth of that family. I wouldn't know why somebody would like to suffer yourself. Maybe you're living abroad. You know your income will not sustain the family. Or even you're living in Nigeria, which is even worse. Your wife have a good job. Some do work in the bank. Some work in good.
It's actually mentioned by that bank that you mentioned. That's even the one that is the most, like, most men will go and marry a woman that is working in a bank, and immediately after marriage they issue an ultimatum because bankers have the tendency to come back late.
Because
I even have some friends working in the bank, because for instance in Lagos the traffic is so much that even if you close early, you intentionally stay back at the office so that the road will be clear by the time you start coming back, so that you don't spend a lot traffic. In the traffic. Because of that, they come back late. The man will be shouting, "You have to stay. This is your work." Why? What? It's not enough reason to bully someone into quitting their job, a job that you know that they enjoy, and then you tell them you have to stay home and take care of it. What if your wife feels that she can take care of the family and at the same time do her job? Why would you stop her?
Which most of them do now.
Which most people are capable. Women are capable of doing that.
Multitasking, especially in Nigeria, that the average family has one or two helps. You may have a relation as well that are staying with you. It would be nearly impossible for one person to sustain the family. No matter how
I won't even want to be in that relationship.
How much you're earning.
Where the man is taking care of everything alone. What if something happens? Because whenever we discuss it, don't think bad thoughts. There's nothing like don't think. In this life, you have to be realistic.
Exactly. There are things.
You have to be realistic about. I would. Some people will say, if that person is ready to pay me, I don't even want you to pay me, because if you're paying me, our source of income is still one source. Because you're paying me from whatever you're making. Or if you're a businessman, assuming in Nigeria, you're a very super rich man. It means that once anything happens to the man, your own salary is gone.
It will be difficult. And
your life will change completely.
And that is why, assuming it's somebody that has bad in-laws, and the breadwinner is done, or the man is dead, when the in-laws comes to collect all the property, what will the woman do? That's the case of many people there, especially our Igbo brothers. You see some people, maybe the woman is not working. You can't fend for yourself. You can't cater for the children's school fees. Nothing. So from there, she starts begging, or she'll just be at the mercy of just begging.
The story that I read,
help and support,
which we discussed on Instagram and on Facebook some time ago, that one, the man forced the girl to start doing business. Okay. If you have somebody's interest at heart, you pushed her, bullied her to come out from a job she enjoyed doing and push her into a business, because the lady said her that she's not a business person. She doesn't like doing business. One, this is something she doesn't want to do. Secondly, who told you that a business is easier than a 9-to-5 job? You know, 9-to-5 job, you can switch off. Even if you come back home late, maybe you come back at 8 p.m. At least from that time you went to work to 8 p.m., that's when you're working. Once you're back home, you're back home. But you see, business, you never close shop. Especially in this day and age where you do, even if you have a physical shop, you also have to have an online presence to get more customers online. And then if you're not doing inventory, you're updating your social media page, you're preparing shipments, you're calling your bike rider, what do you call this, bike man, dispatch rider. It's worse. Business is worse. Anyway, for somebody like me, I'm not even business inclined, so you cannot tell me to leave my job and come and be doing business. It's not easy. If you have somebody's interest at heart, you ask the person, what do you want to do? Because if somebody says, this is what I want to do, that's what she will handle best. And woe betide that woman that maybe a freak accident happens at a daycare where their children, such men will now capitalize on it, it's because you're working.
Yeah.
If somebody, a man, somebody's son, as I always say, if somebody's son thinks that one parent needs to stay at home to raise the kids, he should stay at home. Me, I'm not staying because I will die of boredom if I stay at home. I'm not built to stay one place.
It's not easy.
Even if you're Dangote.
It's not easy.
We had this discussion a little bit in that other video.
It's not easy. For me, I see it as a grievous mistake. And it puts the man on edge or makes him tense up every time, because things that are not supposed to enrage him and things that are not supposed to, make him to be angry, he will just flare up.
Yeah.
Because when the burden of this whole thing, especially at this time, there has never been a time, say, if I support somebody just staying at home, being you're just a wife. No. If it's all these women that are maybe now that are into maybe social media present, that are working from home, it's good.
It's still work.
The worst is
work.
You married a professional or somebody that is working in a reputable firm or office or earning good money. You ask the person to sit down.
Sit down. By force, so not by discussion. Because, some women, when they get pregnant, bodies differ. So some women, while during pregnancy, you see them glowing and carrying the baby very well, In fact, their energy levels are even higher than when they are not pregnant. So they can actually go to work till the last day. And for some women, once they take in, they will be sick. Okay, if in that situation, your wife cannot handle her job and she can say, I want to stay home, because, even you will start suggesting, remember, suggesting. You will suggest, not like, it should be discussed. It should be discussed, because you don't want tomorrow. You're the one that will come back and say, I'm the one doing the whole thing. I'm paying school fees, I'm paying house rent. Because you're the one that told her to stay at home. For what? What are the reasons? Please tell me from a man's perspective. Why do you think a man would do that? Apart from subjugation, we've already established that. But what other reasons will make a man even start thinking in that direction? I have to stop this woman's work, even though she's making money for the family.
I think one of the reasons is basically inferiority complex. Because some men are not comfortable, in fact, extremely uncomfortable with the fact that their wife is earning more than them, or their wife's position they think is superior to theirs. They will not say it, or maybe at least don't get to a position that I feel is higher than mine. That's just basically the thing.
No, wow.
Even when the person have 2 or 3 mates that basically your wife don't even do anything in the house, you just stay. I see some as that is just a means of control. That's the way I see it. That's controlling, nothing more. Because when your wife has like 2 or 3 domestic helps, maybe the mother or mother-in-law is still there in addition. So basically she doesn't do anything in the house. She doesn't bathe the child, she doesn't carry the child, maybe only breastfeeding the baby. But she stays at home, day in, day out. Just a form of control from the husband.
So ladies, the only thing you can take away from this is have these discussions. Actually, we have several other videos coming up where we share with you all the discussions we had before we got married. I mean, at that time, let me say the truth, I wouldn't tell you that I set out to discuss things,
right,
because we were doing...
Yeah, it wasn't basically maybe a program discussion. That was the official.
It started because my husband and I were doing long distance at that time. When we met long distance. So we were talking a lot on the phone. So a lot of conversations came up, and then that's when we learned each other's values, each other's desires in life, what they want to achieve. So if you want to see that video, click the subscribe button and enable notification, because over the next few days, we will be making those videos. Are you okay to make those videos?
Of course.
Or maybe if it's not free, I can do it alone.
Oh, yeah.
And tell you what we discussed. Yeah. For my daughter, for instance, or for my son, I'll encourage them. I'll advise them to have these discussions.
Yeah, it's better to be intentional now. Yeah. Just put it as one of the key points of the programs when meeting a person, to discuss all this.
Because it's very important.
Very important.
You guys don't want to start arguing about things. that you
Another
should
thing
discuss.
is maybe somebody, a bad person or somebody with a bad mind may even accept all these conditions at the first instance. Maybe I will continue working. She will say no problem. Because some of these ladies that are asked to stop work, their husband never told them. Some, even the husband was encouraging her about going to work, having progressing in your career.
So you're saying that they didn't discuss it.
Some didn't discuss.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Some may have discussed, but once inside the marriage, when the man now supposedly, I now have all the powers or the aces. So in order to suppress, some even maybe because they quarreled or they had a misunderstanding, they say, okay, I know what is popping you up. It's because of this your work. This your work is puffing you up because you think you're somebody now. You think you can talk to me anyhow now because you have a job. You're going to stop this work.
But that one is not a husband-wife relationship now. It's a slave-master relationship.
No, in relationships you can never tell. Just pray for the right person.
And because a lot of men know that women, the last thing African women want to do, most African women want to do is to leave the marriage.
To leave the marriage. So, and some people will say, why are you leaving? Because your husband say, no.
Exactly.
Is she not giving you money? Say yes. Is she not buying food and providing things? Yes. So why are you going? If you say you should stay at home now. It's better safe. Do you like supper to be going to work?
But suffering is not work.
Yeah.
Look, if I'm not doing my job, this marriage don't scatter sense. Because when I go away, we miss each other so much. You say these kind of things my husband tells me when we're on the call, video call. He doesn't tell me half of it when I'm here. When I come back here, I'll be like, is it this same man that is missing me so much on the phone? Look at him now. He doesn't, like, sometimes he just leave me. He doesn't even give me eye contact.
For 6 weeks, somebody you're used to daily, seeing every second.
You see, if I'm here,
hugging and giving kisses. When she's back, it wouldn't be as if
once the initial hugging and kisses and other room activities is done, you go back to brother and sister relationship. You see what I'm telling you?
Your default mode.
Let me tell you, if I am somebody that gets bored easily, I keep saying this, I say I don't do boredom very well, and it's in everything. So my job is actually keeping this marriage. It's good for me, like relationship.
For your mental space.
Yeah, for the energy. For you to bring you energy, you need to go away, out of sight.
No,
Makes the heart grow. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
It's good. It's good.
So it's good for I think it's good. Especially I think it's good for our marriage.
This is your type of job. European marriage is not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not like an African,
in the same house with the same person.
African setting that maybe every once a week you have a social gathering. You have to go somewhere. Have to attend.
Here you don't. Where
you can
do you
run
go?
and visit.
Here we go to meeting once a month.
But you're stuck in the same.
Okay, let me not even use my job as an example because in most my job is rare. In most other jobs, you don't leave the home for a long time like that. Yeah, but you still go to work. I cannot do sitting at home every day. No,
it's not easy.
Caring for people, asking people what they will eat, even if I have a help at home. Asking the help, go and sweep this place, go and do. No, I'm not that kind of person. I beg. I can't do that.
That's the problem.
I understand that there are people that are happy doing that.
There are people that will just gladly accept that kind of situation.
Anyway, guys, how many minutes have we talked? Hey, I saw all your comments. Yeah, I read all your comments. Yeah, I was replying and I couldn't keep up. Yeah, but I saw all your comments. Thank you all for your prayers, kind wishes. Yeah, for the queue. I see the queue. It's a very long queue, but we will all get there. Even if it's on the floor, some of you will stay. Vacation, beachfront vacation.
Thank you guys for supporting my wife in her journey and in her career with your prayers and kind wishes.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Yeah, we are thankful to God for leading me to and from my place of work. It's not easy all these years. You go safely and come back safely. Yeah, everybody is safe. No family emergency and all that. Yeah, we are grateful for that. And one thing, baby, Some people say that it's because you're an understanding man. That's why you are allowing me go to work. What do you have to say about that word understanding in this aspect?
I think being understanding is relative. But what, in my own case, is not, I don't consider it as understanding. I see it as being a realist. For this, I met my wife while she was working. So there's no point in asking her to stop her work.
Forcing her to stop.
Forcing her to stop. And even her job is a very added incentive or an advantage to me. So there's no point in, it will be silly of me to say she has to stop work. So that's just the thing. So it's not a question of being understanding. It's a question of being real and seeing things the way they're supposed to be seen.
Because when they say understanding, it sounds like you're my master, I'm your slave.
That's it now. Worst of it all, living in Europe here, have a wife that has a good job, that is working, and she's still ready to work. Even if I have a wife that is so lazy that she doesn't want to work, I will not even marry.
She's still lazy.
That's the reality.
Not working is no laziness, so.
No, there are...
Because on the home front, taking care of the home, that you know me now, you know that all these home things,
no,
I'm not into
but
it.
What I mean
it's
is,
not my thing.
especially in Europe here, if you see a lazy person, it's not that it's lazy. Maybe she goes to this work, 2 or 3 months, they sack her because she cannot cope. She goes to another one, they sack her. Most of the time, she's at home. You will even be feeling annoyed with her. So, but when you see somebody that is very active, that is willing to work, and that is supportive, that is agile, so how can you say
a thing of joy?
You're asking her to stop working? It will be silly of the person. Very, very absolute stupidity. So that's what's supposed to be. To me, that's the way I see it.
Does the person not like money? I want to know. Is the person not an Igbo man?
My own self, let them say my wife, the CEO of maybe Amazon. Or Facebook, director, Spanish
the
director.
The family is winning. I don't know.
I'll be thanking God every day. Because
I don't know. What? Please, can you guys, if guys are watching,
let the euros and dollars be coming.
Let the euros and dollars be coming. Guys, please, chime in if you're watching. What do you think about your fellow men? I really want to hear from the guys, because I know that majority women are watching me, but I know that a lot of these women that watch me, their husbands also watch. So please, guys, can you chime in, the men? Why would a man marry someone that is working? And I understand maybe this is my kind of job. A lot of men would prefer that their wife, maybe because of the dangers, or maybe because they think that their wife will go and follow another man. There is it.
It's part of the reasons.
It's
but
part
some
of
may
the
not say it.
anyway.
When people that are having trust issues.
Okay.
But not even because of this your work. Even those ones working in the bank. You say, okay, sometimes you come by 10. Do I know what you're doing with the manager?
That's what they think as well.
Or they send you on, and when they hear stories about these people going on marketing, how they sleep around, supposedly, because some of these stories are not verified.
Okay, you've heard those stories.
That this person,
and you met someone that works in a bank. Is that not a reason why you should run 440 from that lady? Why would you want to go and marry her and then force her to stop the job? That is, men, please chime in. My husband has said his own. Please chime in, or tell your wife to give us in the comment section. Give it to us, please. I want to know, because it's baffling till tomorrow. I will never understand why millions of women that are ready to be stay-at-home women, even with or without pay. Some people, you won't even pay them, just they want to be stay-at-home, give me food money, let me go to market, let me cook for the family, let me take care of my kids myself. There are lots of women that are ready to do that, please. But you leave them and go and marry a career woman that you see that she loves her job, she's ambitious, she wants to grow this and that in her job, and then immediately after wedding, you must stop this work. If not, this house will not enter you and I.
Clip her wings.
It doesn't make sense to me. Unless you're Lucifer himself, unless you're the devil himself, you should leave daughters of men. You should leave somebody's daughter alone. Somebody's career daughter alone. Some of these women are the breadwinners of their own family.
Yeah.
Somebody commented on a post I made on Instagram saying that her own sister, that the husband did this to her. And her sister, imagine, her sister trained herself in school. She worked so hard and made her own money. You know all these girls that trained themselves in school, trained herself in school, only to get married and the man said that she will not work. Hey! And this girl is like the first daughter of the family. So first daughters like me, that my plan was to get a job and tell my parents to hands off. You now force me to stop work. Ha! That your marriage will go. You and that your marriage, I will cut you both of you off because I'm not stopping any work for you. Because of what the society will say. What the society will say more if my family dies of hunger, or if I die of bitterness, because I'll be bitter in that marriage. Yes, I've taken breaks all through my career. When I feel I need to stay home, this is the stage my children are in. I need to stay home for some time, or after having I stayed home for a while before I went back to work and all that. But it was on my own volition, and we discussed it. And we know what we put in place before I stopped work. We prepared for it. We prepared for that period when I won't be working. Okay? So, I don't get it. So, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And let me know what you think about this topic below. Let me know, did my husband welcome me well, or should I ask him to repeat? Bye-bye. See you soon.